about my opinion about Piggy Intercity. Do I like it? Personally, I do, but it does get boring after a while. Like Piggy Intercity became a thing that could play a small dose in. And I'm sorry if that's deemed rude or mean. It just kind of is, unfortunately. And I feel like Ernie just made a video, and I know people are gonna hate my idea for this. I know like what I want to say are going to be like very annoying to some people, but I feel like they shouldn't went with a skit quest. I'm sorry. No, the main issue that a lot of people say, well, it wouldn't be a converted skate quest. I don't agree on that thing. I feel like you can only use the argument if you get something for completely ending the game. Like, for example, I feel like Pig 64, if you didn't get anything for beating Pig 64, but you got like a little side quest that you could do for Piggy, would be more interesting. But the issue is that the door boss fight is at the end of Pig 64. Like, there is no in-between, like, there's no other thing you can do. You can't play Pig 64 normally. It's kind of like FNAF, where you can't just be inside till 6 a.m. with Grandma Freddy. Like, it's one of those things. I feel like if Pig 64 was just, like, had another skit quest, it would have never been an issue. I believe like, if they didn't even warn anything for being Pig 64, but maybe, like, Norm was just a side thing that you could have got, I believe that would have been an issue. That's what I believe. I feel like that's the same thing for Intercity. Like, if you beat the game, you shouldn't get anything, but, like, there could be side questions, or maybe just even smaller questions, like Finley, that, like, maybe it's, like, a 2-hour quest that you could do, and you get a Finley skip from that. Like, I feel like that is perfectly fine, because it doesn't make the game a complete skip quest. It's a game that occasionally has something that rewards you for Intercity and Piggy. Because I never feel like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm glad I not like that, and I feel like the main issue is that they don't know how to balance it out. Like, I still believe that Pig 64 could have still had a North skin. Like, for example, a good example of this is that oh my god, how did I die that early? Let me get my bag, But a good example that I want to bring up is, of course, Pig 64. Where I believe that if the Nor, like for example the Nor skin, if it was just a skin quest you could have did. And the thing is, the word for it about Pig 64 is that they already kind of have something like that. Because for Pig 64, they actually gave you, like, the keys. But unfortunately, a part of the ARG, it would require for you to get the keys to pass. But when it wasn't required, then it didn't ruin anything about Pig 64 at all. You know, I believe that's what should have happened with Piggy Intercity. Is that it shouldn't be like a major focus. Like, I don't want it to be like the major focus of the game. But like for example, if Philly went to the side here and did a quest, then it would have been fine. Another issue with Pig 64, there's a lot of hype to it, and there's just something that didn't come up. Like for example, we didn't see Finley. We didn't get to see Finley. I feel like me too not showing Dacho and Bastia. I probably did absolutely butcher their name. But many two not showing that and just saying like, oh, we don't want people to kill them on the NPC, which I'm like, no offense, but I feel like they could have just made sure you can't kill on the NPC. You know what I mean? I feel like they shouldn't have, they shouldn't even be opted to kill an NPC. I feel like there's no value to doing that. They're nothing worth it. Like, I feel like Intercity, if like everything that was shown was in the game, I would have been fine. But I feel like the main issue is there's a lot of stuff like the capitals that was shown. You can't go inside the capital, and you can clearly tell us one of those days where like you have to wait. And that is one of the issues. Intercity is a pretty good game, and I will say that. But I never feel like the main reason why is that Intercity, it follows the same thing with Piggy, where like once you're done with the game, you're done with the game. And now it's gonna be one of those things like Minecraft where once you're done with it, you got to wait for their update. And maybe this same part will get contained to the story until the end, until the end of the year. Which I personally feel like, I really hope that when he says that, we're getting like the full Region 1 story. Because there is going to be 3 different regions, and I think he did scrap that idea. But I really do hope that he does continue off with the 3 regions idea, and not to completely get rid of the idea. Personally, for me, I feel like Intercity is good. I feel like the main issue, though, is that I feel like when many to show Sergeant Moreau, for example, hyped up Tio. Like, there were literally things that said summon the beacon, and you didn't really get to see Tio summon the beacon. Like, I feel like it's just something like that where, like, they really hyped it up. And I feel like including Intercity, because Piggy, I feel like the main issue with Intercity is that it had a big shoes to fill. Like, this game was going to be, like, in like GTA 6, where, like, is it a letdown? Or they have to feature it out in the game, it's going to be a letdown for some players. And I feel like that's exactly what Piggy Intercity is described right now. Is that for some people it is a letdown because they didn't, like, there was so much stuff that showed. The card one is frequently shown, but you can clearly tell that the game is not a full-on game. You can clearly tell it's one of those games where it's like Hello Neighbor, right? But you only have Act 1, and then you have to wait a couple months to get Act 2. That's how I imagine it. We're not the full game unlocked. It's still, I wouldn't say a demo. People say the demo, I feel like they're way too much content for it to be considered a demo. But it definitely is kind of just like one of the, kind of like Piggy original format, where it's like Piggy, where like it didn't start off with the full game. You have to slowly get chapter by chapter to understand the story. Another issue, I feel like it made to making it so anyone that can play Intercity doesn't have to understand the story to enjoy it. And I feel like that's cool and all, but when you do that, it makes the story take a backseat. And I feel like for some people that generally do care about Piggy, including the hidden ending and seeing that canon or not, it makes it so you can't really show Tio or make it part of the main story because, oh, people that didn't play Piggy wouldn't understand. You can't still start in a row because people that didn't want to play Piggy don't want to understand. Like, how the dialogue is written, we do see a lot of new characters than old characters. We didn't see Baron, so we also see Marcus' mother, so that is something. But I do feel like that a lot of people that do care about Intercity are people that play Piggy and are people that experience the hidden ending. So specifically say that if for everyone, you know, I feel like the main issue with Roblox right now is that they care about simple games. Like, that's why I don't believe it performing well. It's because Intercity is not a simple game. Intercity is like a free version of Minecraft. It's a free version of Minecraft, and I feel like a lot of people, I feel like Minecraft are well believe that it's a very easy game to start off on. It's pretty overwhelming when you play it the first time. For me, I'm used to playing these types of games, so I'm okay with it. But I feel like a lot of people on Roblox, unfortunately, is not going to have the same feeling when it comes to Piggy Intercity. Now, is the game bad? I wouldn't say it's bad. I say I love Intercity, but I feel like for a new player, or for what made you try to describe a player that doesn't know the story, it's not really rewarding. Or for someone that generally does care about the story and or analyze the story frame by frame, like MatPat is, then it's not really going to feel rewarding to you. Like, for example, Tio was, again, kind of what happened in the hidden ending, where like he kind of appeared out of nowhere. We're going to know probably more about Tio in the hidden ending. And then she then got a shrine dedicated to him, which isn't bad. Like, again, I want to say that isn't bad, but like when the teenagers say summon the beacon, summon us again, you're not able to do that anymore. Or for example, in a trailer where it showed that cave, the Cutter Cave, and you saw my last live stream that I couldn't be able to pull the levers, it was only for a quest. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like what maybe you should have did was just have maybe something like Pig 64, where you get, for the ARG aspect of the game, it's a lot more hidden, and you have to find more hidden stuff. I feel like that's what it should have been. Like, for example, Tio should have been more hidden. Like, maybe if I went to the cave over here, or something, it would have felt more rewarding. So, do I feel like Intercity is a bad game? No. But I definitely feel like Intercity is one of those games where it's going to take a couple, maybe it's going to take years for it to be the Intercity that people were hyping up for. And I feel like that it could be an issue for some people. I think another issue too is what people were missing, because I remember Ernie, I was the only one that said this, but Ernie even suggested for Piggy to have a skin quest, and again, because people care about exclusive skins. Like, for example, Polly is a very basic skin, but people still will want Polly in the game because it's interesting. So having a skin quest, that even though it could be a simple skin, heck, if he really wanted to, he could have probably just pulled off, you know, if he really wanted to, he could have just really just say like the Tristan Rabbit or something like that. I'm joking, not the Tristan Rabbit. I don't know why I said the Tristan Rabbit. Sorry about that. But he probably could have did something like Piggy EXE, because I feel like people, even though not the greatest skin in the game, it's a simple skin that gets the job done for what you're trying to get. Even though I believe that Piggy EXE is definitely a hard skin to get, because the classic map is pretty difficult and annoying and pretty tedious, I feel like people still love Piggy EXE because of the exclusivity. And even though not really meant to be exclusive, but with Roblox's new terms of services, you're not able to play the game anymore. We're completely ruined. Kind of like the thing. I will talk to Macy about bringing that back. But I feel like Piggy Intercity doesn't. Like, I feel like the argument that, oh well, people are afraid that it's going to just be specifically a skin quest isn't the case. If they're going to be a side quest, like for games level 20 or just doing another quest that had anything to do with the main storyline, it's not a skin quest per se. It's not just a one big skin quest. It's more of a what is meant to be a quest, a mini quest that you can do that connects to intercity and the Piggy game, not just like I feel like when people say I feel like the reason why Pig 64 was hated is because you get Norb is simply for doing that. Like if Norb was just saying that you could do on the side in Pig 64, then there wouldn't have been an issue. But the issue is that you're in the main focus of Pig 64. There's no other side that you can do, and you have to complete the game by seeing Norb. So when you get rewarded Norb, of course people gonna see is one big skin quest, including with the puzzles. If it was a side thing, like maybe at the end of the game you get greeted a code that leads to another room that could start another skin quest, I believe it would have not felt like a skin quest, it would have felt like just an extra that you could do to get a skin. And I feel like that's how it should have been for the stream keys. There are some people that forever think that the stream key that you get in Pig 64 or for a skin quest, when in reality it wasn't like that at all. It was just a reward that you get for owning all the keys that was extra because people really like the skins. Personally for me, I feel like that Piggy Intercity could definitely, I don't say they need a skin quest, but I feel like it would have been nice. I feel like maybe one of the quests would be more to a skin. Not every quest, but like for example Finley. Because people have been wanting a Finley skin for decades now. People have been wanting a Finley skin, I can safely say for years. But we never end up getting a Finley skin. I feel like it's a really missed opportunity, especially that Finley is trying to set up Piggy Intercity. And even if Finley setting up Piggy Intercity, we played the HUD map. It does show that the HUD map isn't Piggy Intercity. But for Finley, he just felt like he was just there just to be there. Like, we don't get to see Finley anymore. It really does suck, because I really wanted to see Finley at least mentioned. Like, I understand if he did that. I understand they want to pull off the, okay, he's time traveling right now, but I think it would have been cool that maybe you could be able to time travel Piggy Intercity and then go back to the origin of the Piggy Intercity. Or maybe you could go back to see how the places were in an older sort of state. Like, maybe we go back and just the regular old Intercity map from the demo that we grew to love. I think that would have been pretty cool. And we get to see Finley there. Or maybe Finley is playing with the egg before, because he gave us the egg and he just kind of was just like, oh well, I don't need you anymore, goodbye. So I definitely feel like it would have been cool to see that for Piggy Huts. Now after Piggy itself, I definitely feel like is another thing that contributes to Intercity, in that Intercity and Piggy are kind of intertwined. Even though you don't have to play Piggy to understand Intercity, Piggy itself, update-wise, are not getting any updates because Made2 said most of the updates were after Intercity, or there were scrapped updates because of Intercity. A good example of this was Piggy for the Piggy Household revamp that never came out because he was busy with Intercity, but we ended up getting, some kind of play, but we ended up getting something else, which was the Penny Skin, which I personally love. Yeah, I feel like it was a good way. But for them, I didn't feel like the setup. Like, for example, even the Penny Skin, you collect comics. And the comic shows potentially where the main group is, where George and us being trapped in the military base. And now in Intercity you can't visit that military base. So in Intercity bad? No. But I definitely feel like it needs a lot of work to become the Intercity that people really wanted for years. I saw someone on Reddit said, I don't really care for Piggy Intercity. And honestly, I don't really agree. I care for Piggy Intercity personally. It's definitely one of my favorite games. But I definitely see where they're coming from, where if you play Piggy, you're out, let's just say, okay, let's just imagine this, right? You have a friend, right? He just started playing Piggy, right? Let's just say all they came out, right? From Piggy to here. No updates. So, we're going right here. So, he played everything, every Piggy book 1, every chapter, and then, he just got out there and had it fresh. You know what I mean? While we waited 5 years, he can play Intercity off the bat. He will probably be confused. Because not only that we're not playing as the character that we are, which makes a lot of sense because the first story is over, there is no Tio mentioned anymore. Tio is just sidelined as a little Easter egg that you can get. And the whole entire league, we're in the last team to summon the beacon. We don't get to see that anymore. We don't get to see more of the insolence, which really does suck. And even when people ask if Tio dead or not, and many people saying, oh, well, no one really ever died in Piggy, like that. Is hinting that Tio ain't coming back. You don't get to see Tio again. Personally, for me, how do I feel about Tio coming back? I'm a little nervous about it because I feel like Intercity art style wouldn't really fit with Tio. I feel like it just will look uncanny. I don't imagine, I feel like Tio can come back in a different form, but not as what he looks like. Because it just doesn't fit with the art style Intercity. Many said that intercity more close to book one. So I feel like imagine TL in book one. Like I just feel like it wouldn't make any sense and it just would not look that good, honestly. Especially with the last Monster 4 that was hyped up. Like it would be like I don't know how to describe it. No, does that mean I would hate to see two in intercity? No. I still think I would love to see two in intercity, but I feel like it would have been better to see them in different form. Like maybe he possessed one of the decayed effective. Another issue too is the storyline and lore wise. I feel like if you are really paying attention to the Piggy lore, you're gonna whip off your head to try to process it. A good example is visiting old locations. I love to visit old locations all the time, but when you actually visit the old locations, you're gonna be a little disappointed because you're going to realize that like something doesn't add up. Like for example, the heist map, right? Didn't Willow burn the heist like at the end of the game? So that means the alley no longer exists canonically. That way the alley, that's why some of the areas are not there in alley because Willow burned it down. But then if it need to come back to normal, like let's see how ever burn after years. I don't know. I just feel like Piggy has a good future ahead of it, but intercity definitely say they're gonna take a while to get. I'm sorry about this here. Oh man. Hi, Dan. You got the gun club too? Hey. Bam. Yeah, I'll go play it on Pig 64. Like, I watch everything kind of cool.
How's it going?
Okay, let's go. Let's see, I did it, guys. Yes. Yay. I'm on the world. So you got the badge. I got officially every single badge in the game. Every collectible. Well, I get the time to replay, wait, what happens if I go to the firewall, I'll be? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not doing that again. I mean, I could. Oh. I see this is about to show that Nor hates Ryder Page. Like, you know, I was thinking, like, I see this about to show that Nor hates Ryder Page or have the huge disdain for him. I guess I'm gonna beat Nor once again. Hold on, I don't have good stuff. Dude, we can't skip the cutscene. I left one no. Yeah. Love that. What the? My control inverted. I think the tactic I did was just to keep more money. Come on, so close. Oh, I just hit it. Yeah, but that's cool. I already played this before, so. So okay, people have asked me, what if? Sorry, I got bored. So, what if Vernus had um a Mayship campaign? No, first, why do Mayship? I don't hate Mayship, but I'm pretty much against it. I can't imagine me and Mayship working something else along the lines where it wouldn't be Mayship. It will probably just be the fourfold plushie you can buy, and it would kind of like stay like that so the goal reach, so there's no need to rush the process, but so you can get possible bonus rewards. Wait, guys, guess what I have and he doesn't? Disarm ability. Oh no. What, dude, how come they didn't unlock the green key, dude? No, 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 no. No, 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 no! Dude, bro is fake, dude. He probably gonna do a decoy starting to save me. I'm gonna end the live stream now, so.